supposed to. Hello, everyone. Oh, actually, no, I can just say good morning from Dia. There we go. If you're here, we would love to hear from you. Let us know. Come say hello. And oops, sorry. I keep posting that. Welcome. So today we're going to be talking about Wolf Speaker by Tamora Pierce, or maybe it's Tamora Pierce. I remember I heard a story somewhere that the hospital misspelled her name on her birth certificate, and it was supposed to be just Tamara. But they misspelled it with an O. So I guess it's Tamora Pierce, but I've always called her
Tamora
Pierce. So
yeah,
I think
it's the way that I was pronouncing it when we first started the tortallan. And then I had to listen to Wild Magic on audio, and the audiobook narrator was saying Tamara. So
yeah. And she, so the audio narrator, the audiobook I have is narrated by her. I was like, okay, she knows how to say her own name.
There you go.
That's cool.
Hey, Emily's here.
I haven't heard one narrated by the author.
I know, right? I didn't know it. I had no idea. And then I literally just looked at it and it was like, oh, it says it's narrated by Tamara.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Hey, Emily's here. Welcome. Welcome. If you have not read this series, do not read the episode.
Oh, good thing I did. Good thing I didn't.
I didn't either.
Oh, wow!
Thank
you for putting that up there.
Yeah, thank you. Because I was about to read it this morning. I was like, I should read the afterword before we do this. So I'm glad I did it.
Wow. I haven't read them yet because I owned copies that don't have those yet. But next month. No, not even this month. I was going to say next month I'll probably read the ebook, but no, I ordered the physical book. So I probably just won't read them because I just really want to read them physically. So, but I really actually usually like the afterwards. So it's
me too. Yeah, I'm surprised she would spoil her own series in her afterward.
Yeah, that's a little shock because that's kind of like a big thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so glad you told us, Emily. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Yeah. Was there anything else interesting in the afterward, Emily, that we should
that we can talk about?
Yes. Yes, there are some hints in book 2, and maybe even in book 1. I can't remember for sure for book 1, but definitely there are hints in this one.
I missed it.
Yeah. It doesn't say.
Yeah. And I think the hints went right over my head because I
have no idea.
I don't have it.
Well, I'm not sure if it's even next one. It might not be till book 4 that we find out for sure, unless she spoils us somehow. But yeah.
I just won't read the afterwards till we're all done.
Good idea. Read the afterwards for our last show.
I just picked up the next book from the library, so.
Oh, nice. I have it too.
I waited to start reading it though until after this so that I wouldn't get mixed up with what was going on.
That was probably smart. Okay. So let's do like a brief non-spoiler introduction, which I totally forgot to add to our questions. But it's kind of hard to not spoil a second book in a series, I guess. But so this book is very focused on Dane's relationships with her wolf pack that she mentions a lot in book 1. But we don't meet the wolf pack in book 1, I don't think. Do we?
Do we not?
No.
Okay.
Not till book 2. So in this book, we meet the wolf pack and we spend a lot of time with them. And there's something going on in like a magically clouded area of Tortal, and Dane investigates. That's my introduction.
Yeah.
Am I leaving anything out that you guys would be like, let's mention this too?
No, I think that's pretty good for not giving any spoilers away.
We do like meet a whole new cast kind of in this book too.
One of my favorite characters got introduced. I'm so excited. I can't wait to talk about him.
That's really exciting. Okay, I can't wait to talk about that. Okay. So how about ratings? What was your guys' rating overall? You can share some things that you liked or didn't like, but like without too many spoilers yet, if that's possible.
Well, I think her writing is getting better and better as we go. So for me, I think this is probably the highest rated one out of all of the ones that we've read so far.
Yay!
So I would say like a 3.75, 3.8, something like that.
Awesome. Excellent. How about you, Victoria?
I think it's probably 4, maybe 3.5 or 4 for me. I liked it, but I was not as engaged for some reason. I think it could be partly a me problem because I entirely listened to it this time, and I just think I kind of came in and out of the story sometimes a little bit. I just found myself not quite as engaged. I think because I have this problem with some of the Alana books where like we are taken out of our main characters that we established in book 1, and we have a new cast of characters, and it just, to me, it loses momentum. And I guess it's just the thing Tamora Pierce likes to do, like in both Alana and this. But for me, it just doesn't work from a book 1 to a book 2. Like if you put me with a new cast of characters and a new place, like I just feel like I have to get my bearings again, and I have to like figure out why I care again. So to me, I was a little bit not as engaged with this one as I even was with book 1. I felt like I was more engaged with book 1 than book 2. Weirdly.
Yeah, because you rated book 1 5 stars, so this is a precipitous drop.
Yeah, there's something about maybe just the plot too that I just felt like I was not hooked on.
I think I liked the new cast of characters.
Yeah, I liked a lot of them, but there's like a momentum thing that I feel like I lost between book 1 and book 2.
I think because we were still with Dane, still discovering her powers, how she's going to use these, how she's going to stay herself, all of these other kinds of things. And then we still have one of the girls, one of the young girls from book 1 comes into the picture. We still have, it's the guy that you guys all like, Numior, is that his name? Numior. So he's still in this, too. We're still, so it still felt like there was a core that was the same that we were with, throughout the story.
The horse, the badger.
Yeah.
There was some carryover. But
Cloud,
we weren't
Kitty.
Yes, Kit. We got to know Kit a lot better in this one than because in the last one we just barely met her and then the book ended. But in this one, she's like there the whole time. That's really
and I think she's, well, we can talk about that later. I won't go into that right now.
Okay, we'll be moving into spoilers now, folks. But we had some comments, so let's take a look at that. So she mentions that when her husband read this must have been in the afterward.
Yeah.
When her husband read the draft, he said that Dane comes off as racist. This is before she put in the relationship Mara has. Interesting. Maybe something to do with like her relationship with which character was she racist to? I'm confused about that.
Yeah, I don't.
Like with
didn't come across that way to me, but
me neither. Yeah.
In fact, completely the opposite. She has so many relationships with so many different kinds of creatures and characters that she doesn't seem to racist at all to me. But
me neither. I don't see it.
Okay. Racist towards the Stormwings. Yes, I feel like that's part of her growth arc in this book, and I feel like
maybe she adds, maybe because of that, Tamora Pierce added Rakesh and Mara.
And that, okay, it's before the relationship that Mara has. Got it.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. So that was part of Dane's growth in this book because of her husband.
Yeah, I liked that element. It was interesting of adding maybe not all of the evil creatures are evil. I thought that was an interesting addition.
Yes. Getting to know one of them rather than, and it is really different than the treatment of Stormwings in book 1. In book 1, they're all bad. They're all
the enemy. They're just the enemy.
Yeah.
They're there to take people out.
So you really can see her growth as an author. Like with every new book, to me, it seems like she's growing in some way. So that's pretty interesting. And she said Tristan was based on Captain Kirk.
that kind of clocks.
Funny.
I love that.
Yes, higher ratings, higher than Alana. Woo! I was hoping that would be the case. That's how I remembered it growing up. And Tony's here.
Hi, Tony.
Yes, Tony
needed a break from World War.
Remembrance Reads.
Well, this is going to definitely be different.
Yes. Awesome. That the creatures aren't evil, that they're just acting out how and what they were made to be. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So it's interesting because she has like a very, like when it comes to animals, like she doesn't mind that she's like a hunter and a lot of her friends are not. Like a lot of her friends are, what do you call it, herbivore or veggie sources. But so she doesn't have a problem with that. But then when it comes to the Immortals, she has more of a problem, I guess, being like, yeah, the Stormwing food is us. Like that's obviously repellent for her.
Well, I think too, though, that it's different for her because of the fact that she has the relationship with animals that are carnivorous, and because she knows that they're doing it out of a need to survive. Whereas the Stormwings, it feels much more like we just kill to kill. And yes, there's the addition of it adds to their survival, but it's still just killing to kill in most situations. So
that's a good point. They're not literally eating humans. They're just. And then I don't know if she's gone into this yet. It might be more in her next series that she does, but has she mentioned that the Stormwings like mess with the bodies of the dead on the battlefield? Has that come up yet? I can't remember.
I think it did, because I haven't read the next book and I remember that.
Okay. So that, I guess that could also be really repellent because it's just like they're playing with the dead bodies of like soldiers who fought and died to defend the innocent. And so it's very like, it's a very repellent idea to her, I guess. Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Dane views hunting as part of the circle of life as an omnivore and other animals, whereas stormwings feed off fear and terror. Yes. That is that how they survive? I don't even know if we know what do they eat? Do they just they absorb fear and terror and that's how they live? I don't know. Like how do they even anyway, I don't know if that's been addressed. Well, I rated this one. So I rated the Wild Magic. I had a hard time rating that one because I was like, is this like it's like hot? It's like a high rating, but I couldn't figure. But I ended up on like 85 for Wild Magic, and that might be a little low because I don't remember really having any criticisms of it. Whereas this one, I was like maybe like 80. I also had the same problem that Victoria did. I had a little bit of a problem staying engaged with it, and I'm not even really sure why. Like again, I don't have a lot of criticisms. Like I think it was a really well put together book, but maybe just something about it wasn't as engaging to me as book one. So I think
it's so funny how we come out as opposites almost every single time.
We do.
That's okay.
That's why it's fun to discuss. It's still a 4-star book for me, I would say. Like I would say that's like a lower 4-star, maybe just under 4 stars. It's like pretty high. So carrion creatures. Okay, so they do feed on the
like
dead.
A vulture kind of creature. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how they come off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would make sense. All right. Well, why don't we talk about I forgot to actually no, I think I did add this one. Sorry, organization today. So we talked a little bit about Dane growing in her sort of open-mindedness towards the Stormwings, which is something Newmare really hits home for her. He's like, you're a little young to be so close-minded. Like I think he says those exact words.
Yeah.
So, what else? How else did Dane grow? I know Dia mentioned she grew in using her powers in certain ways.
Yeah, just discovering not only like more that she is capable of, but how to not let it control her. I think was a big one. And then, just also the way that she is able to. The Stormwings are the only ones that I think that she would have had any kind of prejudice against, it feels like, because every other creature that she meets, she seems to be able to have some affinity with and a love for. So, I mean, even ones that others would, want to scream and run away from. She has the ability to say, no, it's okay. Don't worry. It's going to be all right, kind of thing.
Mara was like her foil in that way because Mara would scream every time there was a new animal. And Dane was like, come on. Of course you can hang out with wolves,
Yeah. Of course they're not going to do anything to you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They don't eat people. Yeah. I don't know how many times she said that in the book.
Yes. Any other ways that you guys noticed and wanted to talk about that Dane grew?
I feel like she was a little less timid too. Like in book one, she, she's discovering that she is not. I mean that she has value and worth. She's run away from a community that wanted to do away with her after her mother was gone. and her mother, as much as she loves her mom, I don't think her mom was a very good mom in many ways, because of the whole thing with the magic and just, making her feel other or less than as a result of that. And she just seems to really be coming into her own and finding that confidence and finding her value and worth as a part of a team.
It's true. Yeah.
And then finding her place within each of those teams as well, learning when to lead and when to step forward and when to step back and say, I don't have the expertise here. What do you want me to do? Those sort of things. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like book 1 was her more about dealing with her trauma. And in book 2, it's kind of like, okay, she's faced some of her trauma, and now people depend on Dane to be strong and to be helping the kingdom. So it's more like other creatures and people depending on her rather than her kind of just still reacting to what has happened in her past.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. They had very different focuses. Whereas in book 1, it was kind of like Dane reintegrating into human society. This book, like, she still grows in that way. Like, she learns how to find her way back to being human. Like, when her body starts changing on her and stuff. Like, when she starts growing bat ears and, stuff, she has to learn how to center herself in her humanity. But I almost feel like that was the finishing touch, It's like she feels pretty secure in her humanness in this one. And I felt like it really came full circle in this one, that she literally ran with the pack at the end of book 2. She's literally running with the pack and not losing herself. She was her own wolf, and then she became her own human again.
I love it's like one of the very last lines in the book. I don't remember exactly where it comes, because like I had to listen to it too. But it was something of like, can I get a ride? My feet hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Emily had like the same thought that Victoria mentioned. So.
Yeah. I had a hard time getting into book 2. Just like being invested again. But like I liked all of the additions of the creatures and characters that we met. It's just and again, like I do think I connect better when I read things physically, so that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, we didn't hardly see Onua or Alana. Like, they were all literally separated by that bubble that Dane's on the inside, they're on the outside.
Yeah.
Yes, her powers are so interesting. In this one, she's really come a long way. Like, learning how to ride with the animals, like fly with them, how to change her own body. There was
not being afraid of the magic, similar to Alana, when Alana was learning all of that as well. Just not being afraid to, discover things. And then I think Numair, really helped with that as well.
Yes, I think so. I think her company, the people she's with, and especially Numair, they really know how to help her grow. Whereas her mom was like, she did not know how at all. She didn't know what she was doing. Like, because Dane made like no progress. Literally, she just didn't use her magic until basically she met Numair. So, yes, it was fun hanging out with the wolf pack, and I feel like that was something the author did really well in this book, was the different animal psychologies were very immersive and very convincing. and the wolves teasing Mara, I was like 100% I could see this.
It was so funny.
Yes.
And I love Dane. She's just like, oh, would you guys stop?
Yes.
Just quit.
Knock it off.
You're not helping.
We can't talk to you.
Kind of like it was very like sibling pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It reminded me. I couldn't. I know it has nothing to do with Twilight, but I just kept thinking about Twilight.
Vampire pack, wolf pack. I mean, coven, I guess. Same idea.
Well, there were wolves in Twilight too.
Yeah, it just made me think of that.
Yes. Okay, good point.
You're not Team Jacob, obviously.
No, I was not Team Jacob. I was never.
Jacob who?
I was like, well, Bella was always Team Edward, so I am too. Okay.
I wonder if Stephanie Meyer read Tamora Pierce.
Yes. Okay. So, who are your favorite animals? I feel like this is like a huge part of the book, is just getting to know all these different animals.
The little one that she was kind of through the battle. It wasn't a muskrat. It was the
squirrel.
No. It wasn't a squirrel. It was the one that she rode on Cloud's back as.
Yes.
Marmoset.
Yeah. Oh, she would be so offended that we don't remember.
I know. She was so cute.
Yes.
So I really like her.
Quick Munch? Was it Quick Munch?
Yes. That sounds right. Quick Munch.
Which is also a very adorable name. And the basilisk.
Yes.
I love him. He's my
favorite.
I like your favorite.
He's my favorite. Mm-hmm. I love him. Absolutely adore him.
He is so fine.
I'm like, I have never encountered a basilisk this nice in any story ever.
Usually they're enemies, and how he carries his tail is so cute.
My goodness, he's so elegant.
Yes.
So royal.
Yes. And when Dane's like, I don't know, could you keep up? It's like, yes, I can surpass you. Let me just show you how fast I can go. I will catch up and surpass you.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I really like both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. I think my favorites were Scrap and Blueness. They were the ones that I really remembered really well from this series. And so I think they've just stuck in my memory. I just thought they were so cute. And I think it's because of the whole thing of like, Scrap dies.
Yeah.
And then is brought back to life. I think that's why they really struck home with me, those two.
Yeah.
Their relationship was so cute.
The whole thing when Scrap dies and she's just so angry.
Yes.
What's the use of having power?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brave kid. Although it was like almost exactly what happened to Faithful, I feel like. No, I guess Faithful, it was a little different, I guess. Yeah, it was a little different. No, there's another, I'm sorry, it was a different scene. It's not from the Alana series. Anyway, she has a lot of violence done to cats in her series.
Oh.
It's sad. But anyways. There was another one too that I wanted to mention. What was it? I can't remember. Hopefully it'll come to me. Did you have any favorite animals, Victoria?
Oh, I would say the basilisk for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, just because like again, like Dia mentioned, like I've never encountered a basilisk who's like not like some kind of evil thing happening.
Yes.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yes.
Actually, I can't really think of many basilisks in books.
Yeah, there's like, isn't there one in Harry Potter? I think that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
So this felt really original, and even today, I don't remember reading a lot of basilisk. I think people tend to not like snake.
Yeah, they're usually like evil in some way. A snake is usually a negative thing.
Yes.
I do
friendly basilisk.
I've read the Lady Trent series.
Okay.
One of those is about a basilisk.
Okay.
And I've also read one, I'm trying to remember. I've read one where they are, it's not the Aragon series, is it? No. Is it? I can't remember. There's one where a traveler encounters a cave. They're supposed to be extinct. The basilisks are supposed to be extinct, and in a cave close to the sea, he ends up encountering one. I don't remember what book it's in though. But yeah, I've read a few that have basilisks in them.
So. Okay, but this is the friendliest.
I know. Yeah, this is the only friendly one. In fact, up until this book, I've always kind of thought of basilisks as the leviathans in the Bible. Is that weird? That's kind of what I've always kind of equated them with.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting. It's so funny because I don't know how you say it, Taka or Ka.
Taka.
That one, he didn't.
I always said Taka. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's one character who never stood out to me at all, but everybody else is like, oh, I love
him. Absolutely love him.
Ooh. Okay, I feel like we need to look that up.
Totally need to.
Sure.
Basilisk. I'm totally gonna screen share that. The other one that I loved, the other animal, was Brokefang, because I feel like we got such a strong connection with him. Like, I felt so bad for him in so many ways, like that he has anxiety now. And it's like, oh,
wow,
wolves shouldn't have anxiety.
Relatable.
That is a cool looking lizard.
Yes. Okay.
They walk on water.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay. She does really fun things with the animals in her series.
They're lightweight and they move so fast they can walk on water.
Wow.
That is so fun.
Okay. I don't know if I'm seeing the right kind here, but
the green ones. The
green ones
are the ones that I'm seeing.
Wow. That is really cool. Okay.
On water.
There we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's so cool.
I know. Love it.
Oops. Okay. Now, how do I get us back to what we were? Oh, dear. Oh,
yeah, don't let it be me.
There.
There we go. Cool.
You don't need my face front and center.
Okay. Let's see here. Where did we leave off? Sorry.
Emily says, welcome to the Dia show.
Yeah. We do not want that.
Were there any other characters that you guys I feel like we sort of covered this, but were there any other characters introduced that maybe were like human characters or humanoid characters that you guys liked? Like we met
not Tristan.
Not Tristan. Not Captain Kirk. I thought it was interesting. Mara had her own arc, and she was a pretty resourceful kid. So I enjoyed seeing from her perspective. And of course, Tate is fun because I feel like Dane just picked up so many allies in this book.
Yeah, for sure.
The wolf pack with.
I thought it was interesting to talk to the ogres too. Like we had to talk to ogres. I feel like that's also not always done. Like ogres are sometimes a character you can't even talk to. Like they don't have speech or like of any kind, but like these ones did.
Yes, that's a good point. There was a whole and Dane had to sort of overcome. Well, no, it wasn't Dane. It was somebody else she was talking to because Dane was like, "But they're enslaved. That's not good for It's not good for anybody to be enslaved, including ogres." Like she was trying to convince somebody else. I don't. Maybe it was Mara again. So yeah, again, Dane seeming very open-minded to me.
Yeah, I like what Emily says here too. I think more than just meeting the new characters. I like how we see the animals have an arc as well, and it's as a result of Dane and her interactions with them, and them, learning about each other, learning about, the humans, all of that.
100%. It seems like a good time to talk about maybe like favorite moments of the book. Anything that seemed like a favorite aspect. Maybe better. What did she do successfully? One of the things she did successfully was showing how Dane affects the animals. And it was interesting because Broke Fang licked her wounds, and that's why he like sort of mentally evolved so much. And then same with her mare. I always forget her mare's name. I don't know. Cloud, thank you. I always think Moonlight, but that's Alana's mare. But yeah, Cloud would bite her to keep her upright when she was turning into a wolf, in before book 1. And so she has like a really special relationship too with Dane. But like any animals that she's around, like the bats all know who she is, and like and like they start communicating. Different animal species start communicating with each other. Like there's quite a lot of changes that happen because of Dane being with them.
Yeah. The crows, the mice, the squirrels, all of it. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that she did do that really well. And I like the fact that I've been reading a biography on C.S. Lewis, and one of the things that he said was that when you can take something that is true in this world and put it into something imaginary and have it be something that seems unreal, even though it's a real thing in our world, something that we're really dealing with, that it's much more easy on the palate for whoever. It's more acceptable. It's something that they can begin to wrap their mind around. And I think that she did that in, talking about the species kind of representing different races of people, in the real world versus in this imaginary world. She did that really well. I think that she talked a lot of environment type stuff that is. Oh, yep.
Yep. You guys are on the same page.
And so there's that side, politics, the political type things. What it means to have power and how we use it. She did that in Alana as well. So yeah, I think that and she's getting better and better at it, like I said.
Definitely.
Yeah. I do think, even though I had like a little bit of trouble with my staying engaged with this book, I do think it was a pretty skillfully done book. Like I actually was like, oh, she really pulled out all the stops with like the research and sort of centering herself in the minds of a lot of different point of views, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I'm glad we started like at the beginning of her oeuvre, and then as we go, like you definitely can see her writing improve, and just her plotting and like her direction with each book is like more clear.
Well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you feel that way.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for. So, but I was like, oh my gosh, it's 4 books.
We're watching Tamora Pierce's arc as well as Alana's and Dane's.
It feels that way, yeah.
Yes. All right. I also really liked what was it? There was something else. Hang on. Oh, she did set up she set up future books by introducing us a little bit more to Ozorn, because I think in the first book all we really learn about Ozorn is that Numair knows him. Numair came from Ozorn's land basically, but in this book we're meeting more people who have had interactions with Ozorn and Stormwings, and we know there's some connection between Ozorn and Stormwings. So that's something, having read the series before, that I can see, oh, she's introducing this for future books to explore. Because in case y'all aren't aware, the 3rd book is called Emperor Mage, and Emperor, that's Emperor Ozorn. So yeah. So, okay. And that one scene, actually there's 2 scenes where Dane is in animals' heads. She's like with them, and then Rikosh recognizes her in them. Those scenes, I'm just like, those were so tense, and I thought really well done. Like when he sees Flicker reading, it was like, okay, that's clearly not just a squirrel or a chipmunk.
Yeah, Rikosh was hard for me. I was right there with Dane and Mora both. I was like, is this guy okay to like? Maybe not. Should I like him? Should I not? So
yeah, there's a natural bit of reluctance there.
Well, we have been sort of trained to see all Stormwings as evil up till now.
right.
So
she's trying to undo the condition.
Understandable to not trust one right away.
Yes. All right. Oh, let's do what was, maybe, I guess we've talked about this a little bit too, but was there anything else like unsuccessful that you guys wanted to mention in this series? I think the only thing that I noticed was some of the plotting was a bit convenient, shall we say? Like, Rikosh didn't just recognize her with Flicker, he also recognized her in the Eagle, and she got away both times. I was like, okay, you just reused the exact same plot point. So there was a couple things like that. And like the fact that Numair just is like, no, we are going to this castle of like evil people. I don't care if you don't like it. And then in retrospect, he's like, why did I do that? And I was like, yeah, why did you do that? So it just seemed like it was trying to cause. I feel like she had to work a little bit hard to create some of the conflicts. But I feel like those are really picky kind of criticisms. I don't know. That just some convenient plotting that I noticed. But again, I have read these multiple times before, so I don't know. On a first read, you might not even like notice that kind of stuff.
I feel like I have questions still. I'm hoping that, you know, we still have 2 more books in this series. So I'm hoping that some of my questions get answered. But that would be the only thing that I would feel like is, you know, kind of dangling still is just, I just have a couple of questions about a couple of characters and what is exactly happening with them, you know, those kinds of things. So, but those, I'm hopeful that we get those answers, and that she doesn't do to us what she did in Alana, where she just kills off a race really easily, and we never hear another word.
I know.
Yes, the Isendir.
I know. I'm still salty about that. I want to know. I want to know more. Yeah, I think for me, what became kind of boring to me is like I had some things, some parts where I was just like, I just feel kind of bored. I think it's partly the YA middle grade, like repetition. There was some like repetition of like, we meet a character, we have this interaction, then we meet another character, we have this kind of interaction that's very similar. So like, especially as she's meeting different animals and like connecting with different animals.
Yeah.
I felt like I got kind of sometimes bogged down in like the repetition of it. But for like a young person, like a young reader, probably wouldn't feel that way. Like they would like that repetition. So I think for me, this one felt weirdly like more middle grady to me.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. It's just there was something about it that like the pacing, I guess. There's something about the pacing of the story and the repetition of it that just was not as engaging to me.
That's
I still like it. Like I liked a lot about it. But that's what's hard is like there was nothing that like I could point out as like, oh, I really don't like that choice, you know. But whereas in Alana, I did feel that way. It was like, I do not like that choice Tamora Pierce is making.
Yes.
I haven't felt that way with
it middle grade or young adult. Yeah.
It's not offensive. It's just not quite as engaging.
Yeah.
But you're totally right. Like every time she meets an animal, she's like, would you help me with this? And they're like, yeah, that sounds interesting. They're never like, no, mind your own business. You know, why would I do that? Yeah. They always are like, cool, sounds fun. You know, how convenient. Again, how convenient. If they said no, that would be, you'd have to find your way around that.
I think
the formulaic nature a little bit. Not that it was the whole time, but just parts of it felt like we've done this before.
Yes, formulaic. That's a good word. That's a good word to use, I think.
I think another thing that she grew in, though, was being okay with asking for help from the creators, because she didn't want to do that in book 1. She felt bad for you know, being part of something that caused them hurt or pain or death, and she kind of grew in that this time.
Yes, I think that's true. That's a good point too. Okay. How are you guys doing on time? What time do you need to head out by? We're almost to the end anyways.
I'm good.
Doing okay? All right, cool. Were there any favorite moments of the book that y'all would like to talk about? Because I have one.
Go for it then.
Okay. So I loved the wizard's battle at the end so much. I loved that Numair turned Tristan, first of all, into a silk cocoon. I thought that was really great. That was just so clever, like putting a silk cocoon around him that he has to fight his way out of. And then turning him into a tree and thereby turning a tree into a human. I just thought that was so cool. I feel like the magic in this series is so much better than the magic in Alana's series. The magic in Alana's series is very like one note and like definitely like a progenitor type of magic system, whereas this one is way more developed. All the magic is way more developed in this series. So I loved the wizard's duel.
I think, just overarching, it's not a moment, but overarching in this one, I just loved the humor.
Yes.
I found myself giggling.
Yes.
At different moments in the book. And we already talked about the wolves terrorizing, and just being such big brothers, kind of thing. And I love that. And then there were little moments with Cloud and her sassiness, or the what did we decide she was? A marmot?
A marmot.
When she just gets all up in arms about things, she's just like
yes.
And stuff like that. I just found myself giggling. So I did enjoy like just overall the humor in this book. I found it quite funny.
Yes, I agree. How about you, Victoria? Anything?
I agree. I don't know that I have one moment that I can pinpoint, but yeah, I'm gonna just agree with Dia here that like the personalities of the animals and the interactions and the conflict that happens with like different personalities coming together or meeting, like it was definitely a good recipe for some entertaining interactions. Very like Disney movie kind of animals
yes.
to each other. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's sweet. Like I feel like it's a sweet fantasy series. It feels more appropriate for a younger reader.
Yeah.
Yes.
So far, anyway.
So far.
Yes.
I don't know if it's way.
Book 3 does advance a bit as far as like the age range it's for, but it's still more tame than Alana, I think I would say. But it is like, I think book 3 is my favorite in the series and book 2 is my least favorite, but I still rated them both pretty well. So I think this whole series is pretty good, but I think book 3 might be my favorite. So I'm excited to see what you guys think of it. But I would not say that sweet is the word for book 3. It's quite a tonal shift.
Okay.
Okay.
Then maybe I'll like it more.
Yeah, maybe so.
I need some
you need the bad boys to come back in.
Just spice it up a little bit.
Although again, I think we do meet an almost entirely new cast. But for me, I feel like maybe this is why I think I figured it out. For me, it's all Numair all the time is why I love this series. And there's less Numair in this book, which
oh yeah.
There's a lot less Numair in book 2.
Yeah. So maybe that's why I struggled to engage with it more, is because I think he's the funniest, cutest, like he's just like really fun character. So, but there was a moment with, funnily enough, Ka that I love, where when he first meets Ka accidentally like changes him into stone, and then Numair turns himself back into a human, and he's like, "Can you do that again? I want to see if I can do it again." I want to see that. I just died laughing. That killed me. I thought that was hilarious, and it was like that's so Numer too, like completely impractical and like very. He's just so curious. Like he's just a really curious person, and like he will do anything to satisfy his curiosity about magic, even at risk of his own life and limb. He's like happy to do it. So I think that was another favorite moment.
He's a scientist.
He's a scientist, yes, and one who loves to read. Yeah, he's like but he's like very whimsical. He's not like
not a sciencey scientist.
Yeah. He's like a left brain scientist. Okay, so and I think I missed one for Emily. She's asking for help in allowing the animals to help her and take those risks, although she still worries about the changes their interactions may bring. Yes. She still worries about their welfare because they're her friends. But because they're her friends, she's comfortable asking now. Good point. So Tony wanted to know, is Tamora Pierce worth reading? Obviously, I would say yes because I started this read along. But you might not know. Yeah, I love this. Is like a childhood favorite series for me, Tony. So I would say yes, but I wouldn't say like necessarily start with Alana. I think for the purposes of our read along, it's good to see her progression, but I wouldn't just be like, yeah, if you want to read Tamora Pierce, start with Alana. That's not what I would say.
I wouldn't either.
I would probably say start with this series, honestly.
I think too. I'm just really looking forward to getting to what is it? Protector of the Small. Yeah. Is that what the series is called? I'm really looking forward to it because of the fact that you love it so much.
Yay!
So I don't think I really would have picked up Tamora Pierce or Tamora Pierce. However we say it. I don't think that I would have picked it up if it wouldn't have been for you encouraging us to do this. So
yay. That makes me happy. I think she is worth reading, and she's not, I feel like a certain age group, like everybody read her almost, but people don't pick her up as much nowadays, so it's kind of fun to encourage that.
When I was a kid, I only read Protector of the Small, so I'm also looking forward to going back to it because that's all I know of Tamora Pierce really, I think, is those books. And I don't even know if I read all of them. I think maybe I read one or two. Not even sure. So
I didn't know that you had already read them.
Those are the only ones that I have read. But it's been so long. Like it will be like new to me.
I'm so pumped.
Emily thinks that she's worth reading too. She said
yes. I can tell that Emily is as passionate about her as I am.
Yeah.
So Emily's favorite is
I just read that. Yeah.
It was hilarious that they
were having so much fun. You could tell that they were just tickled with themselves for being able to do this.
But they're like, this was a good idea. And Dane's like, what have I done? Yes. And Ka too. He was like, this was a bad thing that you told them to do. And Dane's like, I didn't tell them to do this. They figured it out on their own.
Yeah. The fact that they've interacted with her now and know the way that humans think and that they are figuring out things on their own is both scary and fascinating.
Yes. Because there's still definitely some wolfish tendencies to their thinking.
Definitely.
Okay. Oh, hang on one second. Okay. Victoria says BRB.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, the cold fangs This reminded me of that, because that's why it was dangerous for the wolves to start just like stealing things from the humans, because the humans are like, let's sick some cold things on them and get our stuff back, you know.
Yeah. And
that was, I'd never heard of cold things before.
I hadn't either. And it was probably the scariest creature to me in the thing, because they were trackers. And they, you know, they could like ferret out what had been stolen and you know, wipe out whoever or whatever it was that took it. So that was it. It reminded me of something else when I was reading it, and I couldn't remember what it was. Man.
Yeah, you're right.
Memory starts to go.
Well, when you've read as many books as Dia has, yes, I can imagine that. Yeah, that was kind of like the only scary element to the book in this case. Like, I feel like the Stormwings weren't as scary. There wasn't as much bloody battle, you know. Really, the cold things were the scariest thing.
Yeah, I was really worried for the pups initially when they first showed up. Like, no,
that's right. I forgot. Yeah, the wolf pups. Yeah,
and the basilisk.
Oh my gosh. And he saves them. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
All the more reason to love him.
Yes, yes. Yes, exactly. It's such a nerd moment. I love that.
It's such a nerd moment. It was so great though. Wait, can you do that again?
That was kind of cool. I want to see if I can do it again. Cool. Well, let me know what you think of her, Tony. Tag me if you talk about her.
Different. Yeah, this is totally different than World War. Is it World War I that you're doing? I think.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we don't really need a readathon for World War II. Everybody reads that. No. But World War I, that takes some attention. She's back. All right. Okay. I forgot I had one more like thoughtful question, but I don't know how much time we have.
I'm fine.
Still okay? You okay, Victoria?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We only have I can't believe it. We're getting through all the questions. I don't think we've done that yet. We're setting a great pace today. Oh, I misspelled Dane. Oh well. What did you guys think? I think we did talk about this a little bit earlier. But what did you think of Dane's philosophy about hunting and eating animals? Because this kind of surprised me, but I think it's because I'm used to like, I guess, the modern mindset. Like, animals are almost kind of like the new kids, and like, I remember reading Crime and Punishment with a group, and everybody was like really sad about a horse being killed, more so than like the humans that were killed. And so the fact that Dane was just so blasé about hunting and eating animals, she's like, yeah, I'm a hunter, of course. I was like, this is not a matter of this is not like an of course thing anymore in like our like current
culture.
Current culture, yeah. So did you guys have any like thoughts on that at all?
It didn't bug me. And I think you know, there's a moment when it kind of comes up as an issue in the story, but I don't think that I even really noticed it until it was actually talked about. And I think the main reason for that is just because I grew up with hunters, and I grew up on a ranch, and I'm vegan now.
Yes.
but it's not because I think that meat is wrong, you know, for people to eat. I'm not a militant vegan. So it's just my health-wise, that's just what works best for me. But you know, my son is a hunter. My grandfather was a hunter, you know, so I I'm around it, but it's for a specific purpose. You know, you hunt to get enough to feed your family, to, you know, feed the pack, whatever. And then you move on and you don't do it again until it's needed, or you do enough to store up, but you don't overhunt. You don't overfish. You don't, you know, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And you don't do it just because. You don't do it just to kill something.
You take what you need, basically, but you're not wasteful about it.
Right. And it's not a game. It's not a sport. It's a survival kind of thing.
And she doesn't call them to her.
No, that's right. That's another thing, is that she doesn't use her powers for that purpose.
Yeah. I think that could destroy her if she did that, like mentally. If she had her mind opened to them and then killed them, that would be like, that would probably destroy you mentally. Because she genuinely cares about animals, like all sorts of animals. And like that comes through really well. I feel like she balances her sort of messaging really well in this book, whereas in Alana, I feel like the messaging, I mean, it's still, I felt like it was still somewhat balanced. It just felt really out of place and I disagreed with it. Whereas in this book, I'm like, yeah, 100% on board. And I don't think it's overwhelming. Her messaging doesn't really feel like messaging. It just is like, it's very organic from the story, you know?
Yeah, it's very much show instead of tell.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
So how about you, Victoria? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Oh, no, I think Dia hit it on the head. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. And Emily, yes, it's the circle of life. Without waste. Hey, yeah, we said the same thing. Excellent. Okay. Well, do we have any predictions for book 3?
Well, we already know that who the emperor is now.
Yes.
And just from what you said, I'm going to say that we see more of a relationship develop between Dane and Numair.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, well, we spend so much time in the animal world. I feel like now it's gonna bring more into the human things that are happening.
I would love to get back to the badger. I really want to know kind of what he's here, you know, kind of the purpose behind him coming in and out of Alana's life in that way. Dane's life in that way. And just also whoever her mother was with when she had that moment where she saw her mother in the dream or in the vision or whatever it was. We still don't have any answers as to who that guy was that was with her. So I would love to know that. I would love to know kind of, we had a similar situation in this book that we had in Alana, where the chick was gonna, you know, marry the king or the prince or whatever and become the, you know, ruler and all of that. And similar to Alana, there's not a lot of justice there. And I would love to see some justice doled out on these women.
Yes.
That are being manipulative. So
we
I don't
did
know.
chase one down. The wolf pack did chase down one of the women.
That's right. That's right. She did get.
But that's about all we get.
So.
Okay, so I did want to mention we do know who the guy with the antlers is now, but it would have been really easy to miss on audiobook. It was in a conversation with Tate. He mentioned that that was the god. I think it's the god of the hunt is his title, but his name is like Weirin or Wyren. I don't remember how it was pronounced.
Okay,
So
I did totally miss it.
Okay. Yeah. He's the only one who knew who that was, which I thought was really interesting. I was like, wouldn't Numair have known? But I guess Numair wasn't there, so Numair couldn't have told her. But yeah, Tate knew because he's a hunter.
Okay. Now it's just a question of, is that Dane's father? Did the god of the hunt come to her mother at some point? And
Yes, a very good question.
Or is it the badger?
Okay,
just like question.
now that Victoria has mentioned formulaic repetitive, I'm like, oh my gosh, the badger is just like the goddess in the Alana series. The badger visits her at the beginning of every book and tells her what she needs to learn and what direction she needs to go in.
He gives her talismans.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They serve the same role.
Yeah. Okay. It's all coming together. Excellent. Wow, that was a great job on your having predictions. I don't think we even really had predictions before this one. So, yeah, we had predictions. Awesome.
I'm so glad I didn't even start book 3.
Yes.
Because I was really tempted.
I know, me too. I'm like raring to go. I'm very excited to start.
So.
Yay. Okay, well, thank you everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. Thanks for giving up a piece of your Saturday and hanging out with us. And if you're watching on repeat, let us know your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for hanging out with us. And huge thanks, of course, to our very favorite commenter, Emily, for coming every time.
It would not be a live show without Emily.
It's so true.
And I hope it was enough of a break for you, Tony.
Yes. It was great to see you, Tony. Thanks for hanging out with us too. All right. Well, we'll see you now. Oh, and we do have a date. I forgot. I almost forgot. So we are gonna hang out. We're gonna meet again to discuss book 3, Emperor Mage, on November 29th, which I believe is a Saturday.
Mm-hmm, it is.
And it'll probably be in the morning. Okay, yeah, cool. So we'll see you all then. Woo, bye.